want to understand what is the Prime Minister's office saying, because of course this is an unprecedented situation. There is a direct charge against the civilian government of abducting a former Prime Minister. And if you look at it, the visuals that have been posted on his official Instagram account, barely an hour after his arrest, he predicts his arrest and calls the government gangs of thieves, and that is, this is a gang of thieves which has been imposed on the people.
Yes, well, correctly, and the moment he was arrested, his before arrest, advance video statement was immediately released to the media, in which Imran Khan was saying that he's most likely to be arrested today. So his prediction was correct. And then one of the analysts who was speaking, so Khan, off and on had been expressing fears that he could be poisoned, he could be assassinated. So that is another reason. But most important turning point was last night when Pakistan Army's spokesperson, Inter-Services Public Relations, issued a strong verdict statement and refuted allegations of Imran Khan, that Imran Khan had been pointing out that a particular officer of Inter-Services Intelligence, that he's plotting to assassinate him. So Pakistani military issued a strong verdict statement and termed the statement and allegations of Imran Khan as fabricated, concocted, baseless, and with no authentication. So Khan was also reminded that if he has any evidence or anything like that, he should adopt the legal course. So yesterday was the turning point, basically, because military spoke out, and later military also said that if Imran Khan continue to blame Pakistan Army and Inter-Services Intelligence for any alleged plot or anything, and if he continue to blame and level baseless allegations, so military will also take the legal course. So today the legal course has been taken. So yesterday was the turning point. Now the talks, there are no more talks. Talks began between PTI and the sitting government, continued for several days.
Mateen, the question is, what is the explanation that is being given by Shehbaz Sharif government? Because he was, the former Prime Minister was taken away from outside the Islamabad High Court, where he had arrived for hearing in a corruption case. And he has been taken away by paramilitary.
Exactly, if you just let me allow to share that reaction. So reaction was from Pakistani Interior Minister, Mr. Rana Sanaullah, who said that Khan was arrested by the Rangers, and it was basically a NAB arrest warrant. And in Qadar Trust case, so in the Qadar Trust case, there are only two trustees of that Qadar Trust. One is Imran Khan, and the second is his wife. So the NAB has also decided to call his wife as well, and said if she doesn't appear, she would be arrested. So Rana Sanaullah further alleged that it was a case of misappropriation of amount tuning to 60 billion rupees. 60 billion rupees, and he also alleged that former advisor to Mr. Imran Khan, when he was in power, Shehzad Akbar, minted 2 billion rupees from that deal. The deal was, of course, the contributions and the financial contributions for this Al-Qadr Trust, and that was from abroad. And then Shehzad Akbar was a front man. He got 2 billion rupees. He is abroad. And today, Interior Minister of Pakistan also said that Inter is being approached to bring Shehzad Akbar back to Pakistan so that he could also be included in investigation. But there are no chances now. The next target is the next target is the Mrs. of Imran Khan. She would be included in the investigation if she doesn't appear. Now the security situation at Imran Khan Lahore residence is vulnerable. So family could be arrested any moment. Right, that home could be ransacked any moment again.
Okay.
So the police will try to find out more evidence, documents, files,
Yes, and
something like that.
yes,
Uh,
yes, and even as we speak, the situation is only getting worse by every passing hour. We have Ahmad Pansota, Imran Khan's lawyer. Mr. Pansota, what exactly is the legal option that is available before you and the legal course that the party is looking at?
Well, at the moment, the good part is that Islamabad High Court has reserved its judgment on the possibility of arrest being declared as illegal. So we're just waiting for that judgment. And if the arrest has been declared illegal in that judgment, maybe once the judgment is announced, then of course Imran Khan, the entire landscape changes, and then he will take appropriate legal action accordingly. We have a firm belief that the arrest itself is completely illegal, and in no way can it be sustained under the law. There was a specific order from the Islamabad High Court that he cannot be arrested from the premises. He was arrested. Secondly, apart from that, the law indulging the arrest policy under the National Accountability Bureau law, even as per that, there are various judgments. But first of all, you should investigate, and if at the arresting stage you need to arrest somebody, you should arrest him. Thirdly, Imran Khan was arrested by the Rangers, and I think it was the paramilitary force, which was wrongly used by the National Accountability Bureau. So there are various grounds on which this arrest is liable to be set aside, and we're very hopeful. So if that's done, I think the legal action will change. But in case the arrest is not declared illegal, then we'll have to appear before the trial court first and have him represent him in his remand hearing.
Okay, so Ahmad, you are hoping that the court will declare this arrest as illegal. Imran Khan has been arrested outside the Islamabad High Court, and of course, which has resulted in demonstrations and protests by PTI supporters across Pakistan. The question is, if this arrest is illegal, then then can the court actually declare it? And if they do it, what will be the role? What will be the kind of judgment that could come? I'm second guessing the court order against the civilian government, which is Shehbaz Sharif's government.
Well, to be honest, what is expected is that first of all, the viries of the arrest have to be seen under the constitutional or on the constitutional touchstone. First of all, this was within the Islamabad High Court premises. He had applied for clearance bail in several cases, and he had just gone to get his biometric done, which is a procedural requirement before the bail is taken up. And the matter was being heard in the court on some different issues. So once he was there, he went inside the room, he was arrested. So this arrest in itself is per se illegal. Why? Because A, there was a court order which specifically restrained the law enforcement agency from arresting him. And even otherwise, as per the court ethics and the legal ethics, people are not allowed within the court premises. The ex-Prime Minister was arrested, and that too through completely illegal means. And even the new National Accountability Bureau law does not allow for any such arrest to be made. So I think on the basis of all of this, if the Islamabad High Court declares it illegal, then automatically any exercise thereafter will be declared illegal. So Imran Khan, most probably, on the basis of this order, if it is in his favor, I think he'll be a free man soul.
So when is that, challenging of this arrest likely to happen, Ahmad?
Well, the judgment has been reserved. As I'm talking to you, I'm reading it on various news channels that the Islamabad High Court Chief Justice has reserved his judgment. And I think in the next 10, 15 or maybe 30 minutes, it is expected to be announced. And I expect sanity to prevail. I expect rule of law to prevail over everything else. And most importantly, the Constitution of Pakistan must reign over everything else. And that's what Chief Justice of Islamabad High Court is there for, safeguarding the fundamental rights of any citizen of Pakistan. And in this case, this is the ex-Prime Minister of Pakistan.
And Ahmad, so you expect a judgment perhaps to come in your favor in the next half an hour.